Hi Capricorn people, this is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life. I apologize about the light. I don't know what's going on today. This is normally where I film. I don't have any problems, but for whatever reasons, it's foggy, shady, all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, Capricorns, this is your reading for October 2019. This is your Oracle and Tarot. I will be reading from Colette Baron Reid, the Enchanted Map, followed by King Solomon cards or Oracle, and then I am going to follow up and do some fine-tuning with the tarot just to get a little more detail on the situation. So our focus is on October 2019. I will be pulling 3 cards from both the Enchanted Map and from the Wisdom, the King Solomon Oracle, just to give us a sense of what's going on. 3 card readings just give us a general sense of what's going on for the month of October for Capricorn. And then we'll do the same for the other 2. All right, Capricorns, we've got a compass in reverse. We have the bone collector, and we have the talisman. Had that in the Sagittarius reading as well. All right, so what I'm going to do is just start with the compass, because the compass did come in reverse, Capricorn. Looks like you're needing some direction, some purpose, some guidance. You need to know where you're headed and when you're going to get there. You definitely want that to happen. I don't know if you're going to get all of the detail that you want, but you definitely are looking for direction. You definitely want direction, and if you need it and you want it, then you will get it when it's time. So this may be a person that shows up for you. It could come in the form of any kind of message. It could come from the internet. It could come from the TV. It can come from, I don't know, an animal. You never know. But basically, it's there to give you the guidance that you need to move forward into the next step into your life. And the next step looks like, to me, the talisman. And the talisman is really, I'm so bothered by this light. I apologize. But the talisman to me is about knowing yourself and understanding your journey and then being reminded of it. Okay. Anytime you have a talisman is there. It's a power symbol. It's an object of power, but the power is associated with who you are. You don't have when people make talismans for you, they make them for you, and it's based on your energy and what you need. So don't rule it out. Maybe you need to have a talisman made to help guide your mental energy toward what it is that you're trying to do. It's just a reminder. That, to me, that's what I feel from talismans. When I'm carrying talismans or when I'm making talismans, they're just there as energy tools, or it gives extra energy to what it is that you're trying to get done or who it is that you are, right? And so really it's just an object to observe. When you see it, when you pick it up, when you hold it, it reminds you of what went into creating the talisman, which is really just your energy and who you are. So it feels like you may need some guidance on that. You may need to go back and retrace your steps a little bit and remember where you've been, and remember what the teachings have been for your life so far. I can't ignore like this road here. I'm seeing that road, that winding road. So we have our future and where we're trying to get to, but you know, this card implies a past, and there certainly is a past. And that past informs your present, and your present actions are going to inform your future actions. Okay? So guidance for sure, but the guidance may be spiritual guidance right now. The guidance is about who you are, not where you're going necessarily, Capricorns. I know Capricorns are focused on where they're headed. They're focused on like the end result. I gotta have this. I need this. I gotta have this together. I'm headed toward that direction. Capricorns don't have a problem with goal setting and goal accomplishment. If anything, it's these kinds of things that are difficult for Capricorns, when they have to stop what they're doing to get the guidance and to get the direction that they need in order to move forward, because they'll just keep going, keep going. In the past, we've got the bone collector. The bone collector to me is about it is about the past. It is about your bones. Like when you think about your bones, that's your foundation. That's like what's holding your body up, right? And so when I think about this in relationship to the compass and the talisman, it's like go back to the bone, go back to the core, go back to ground zero um, of yourself, and say, what is the core? What is the most important thing to me? What are my deal breakers? What is it that I'm gonna be found doing no matter what anyone says? Whether I get money or not, whether I get fame or not, whether or not people care or not, whether or not somebody notices me, it doesn't matter. It's like this is who you are, that can't change, that can't do anything else other than be you. This also reflects to your ancestry too. So you may want to look at your ancestry and see where there are those characters in your personal narrative that have influenced you in some way, who have had an influence on you and how you're living your life currently. And then think about that as a form of giving you some direction, right? And also as an information space for who you are today, who you've become because of them or because of their influence. And so that was something also that I know in September there was energy around, or there was the astrological impetus or catalyst for us to think about our teachers and who have taught us along the way. All right, so Capricorn, getting some guidance, getting some personal focus in October, looks like. Also using the past to inform the present and eventually your future. Okay? Good time to get direction right around the fall. All right, so I am pulling from the King Solomon Oracle now. 3 cards again for Capricorn, October. All right, so this is about attachments. I can tell you that already. Card 19 is attachments. I am going to read from the Oracle itself, number 19, and what it says. It talks about romance. It talks about seduction. It talks about sensuality and some kind of intense involvement. This is the first card that I pulled in relationship to the direction and getting direction. In a situation, we're talking about a romantic relationship, a strong mutual attraction. So it looks like there may be some direction coming from a romantic partner. I don't know. Let's keep reading. Mutual giving on physical levels, a deeply intimate involvement with someone. So it looks like some intimacy is happening for you in the month of October as well. And I feel like this intimate situation that you're in is also going to help in this area where you need some guidance. So this relationship might not just be romantic. It might be it may be romantic and sensual, because you have to draw two people to each other. Like that sensual energy and sexual energy draws people together. It's a part of attraction. And so when you're attracted to another person, or you're intimately involved with another person, you can look even further at how their involvement is influencing you. Again, when we talked about the bone collector, like that's a part of your present experience too, that is informing your future, as I said. So, definitely look at any romantic partners as also partners in your spiritual development. So it may be some strong ties to a soulmate type situation, or to somebody who is walking along your path with you very closely at this time, because there's some information that you need to receive from them and some guidance that you need to receive from them. For as far as where was I? The person is somebody that you might be sexually attracted to, or somebody that is capable of deep emotional involvement. And the advice is to go with your heart, go with your intuition, and you may find the person that you're looking for. So all about an intimate partner here and an intimate partnership, Capricorn. So if you are intimately involved with someone, it's okay to assume that they can also provide some guidance. Sometimes when we're romantically connected to people, we don't like to share, especially Capricorns, we don't like to share the vulnerable sides. We don't like to come out and say, hey, I need help, I need guidance, and I need somebody to tell me what to do. We're a little reluctant to do that because we're trying to put on our best face, right? But what this is saying is, allow yourself to let your partner be a support system to you. If you are really intimate and attracted to them, and the attraction is very strong and there's an emotional connection, it's okay to share with that person where you may feel vulnerable, where you may feel weak, or where you might need a little extra push to help you understand your purpose or your calling right now and what you're being drawn to. So it's okay to let that happen. And I think that that's a really good lesson for Capricorns, because we have a tendency, notice I said we because I'm a Capricorn myself, it is we're not always completely open with people. We have a tendency to hide our flaws and our softer parts, and so it's okay to do that in October. All right, so we have the number 2 card here in the Bone Collector position. The number 2 card talks about livelihood, work, career, money, and the accumulation of wealth. It talks about earning money through work, making a good living, having a successful and lucrative career, money made through business deals. If you're dealing with people, you're talking about money people, career people, somebody who knows how to make money, somebody that you can learn from. Okay, so Capricorn, maybe this is about your money, but ultimately it's about yourself. Don't forget that. The advice is hard work and investing in your career should be a top priority. Investment of the time and effort that will bring you financial success. So this is a part of this teaching. This is a part of knowing like who you are. And I think it's really interesting that this is coming up as money, because everybody knows that Capricorns, hey, as long as their pocket is good and their money is right, then they're happy in the world. And they get judged for that a lot. But like, when we talked about like going to the bone, going to the core of who you are, and we look at this as being like, this is the measure for you all. This is like what makes sense to you. And this is, at your core, this is what you want to do and how you are, then you keep it moving, right? Don't judge who you are. Don't judge the journey. Accept the journey. Appreciate the journey. All right, so we got money, we got romance, we got you getting in touch with how you are about your money and how you are about your career and how you are about feeling successful, knowing that's at your core. It's also about the guidance that you can receive from a romantic partner. So if you don't have a romantic partner, somebody who catches your eye, you want to pay attention to them, because they're also coming with information. They're not just coming there to make love to you. They're also coming there to give you some guidance and support that you need, and you all need it right now, Capricorn. So don't go hiding behind the mask of I don't want you to know that I need help. Okay, don't do that this time. Give yourself the opportunity to receive the love and the support that you need. Okay, card number 3 talks about matters of health or illness, good health, recovery from an illness, improved physical energy, and optimism. If you're talking about a person, in this case, we're talking about a healthy, vivacious person, a healer or a practitioner of medicine of some sort. And it talks about taking good care of your health, and don't ignore any indications of a physical problem. So if you're having some physical health issues, this is in this position about the journey and about your knowing where you've come from and where you've going. It talks about not forgetting about the physical side of that. There is a physical side of the journey as much as it is the mental and the emotional and the spiritual as well. So think about your health plan. Think about your how exercise plays into what who you are and how you are able to operate. Being in good physical health allows you to have more energy to bring in the finances and the success that you want. The more physical energy that you have and that you're able to garner within yourself is also going to allow you to be a little more open to, because sometimes that bristling or that pushing away is really like about not wanting to drain out some energy, or not how do I want to put this? It's about not, sometimes when we're in better physical health, we're able to manage our emotional lives a lot better, right? So when you're feeling physically well and you're feeling good about yourself, then when those vulnerable weak spots show up, you're less likely to be real bristly about it. You're more likely to be open and allowing people to just kind of know that, because you're not feeling vulnerable anymore. Like other parts of your body, like you're feeling physically strong and healthy, so that's not a vulnerability. You're feeling confident in who you are, so that's not a vulnerability. But then when something comes up that you don't know, you don't feel like, oh, well, I can't, if I divulge this little weakness, it's going to make me look like I'm totally weak, because I feel totally weak on the inside. So sometimes like things can, I'm not going to say backfire, but like if you're getting triggered in a certain way, it'll make you respond in a certain way. And when you're not at your best physically, mentally, and emotionally, then spiritual hits are going to be harder. Likewise, if you feeling strong spiritually, but you're not feeling strong physically or emotionally, then those kinds of hits are going to hit you harder, or you're going to more than likely, come up with these defense mechanisms to counteract the fact that you feel weak, right? So we don't want to be operating with defense mechanisms, because this person, this romantic person, or this person, and this could be a romance. Let me just say this could be a romance, but it could also be somebody that is just drawn to you, that you are drawn to and they are drawn to you. There's an attraction here, and I don't know if you can see it, but like you see it's like they're like these, I don't know, threads of energy, and the threads are all intertwined up here. So yeah, it's an okay time to be vulnerable, Capricorns, and it's also a really good time to allow that vulnerability to be your teacher. All right, see, we've got the King of Cups coming in. That's definitely a romantic partner if ever I have seen one, whether you identify as masculine or feminine. This card, the King of Cups, whoever's coming in towards you is somebody who is A-okay with sharing love and doesn't see it as a weakness, and doesn't perceive it as that, who sees love as a strength and not as a weakness. And so if the attraction is there, and if the mutual attraction and the mutual chemistry is there, and you feel compelled to share those more, the vulnerable side, or the side of yourself that is more in the shadow, or that you are a little reluctant about sharing, you can feel confident in doing that, because this is a person that understands that area. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the reaping of the harvest. Again, talking about your wealth, talking about your career, your successes. You've put in some time, Capricorn, and you've definitely planted the seeds. Now it's time to get back what you put out. And that's a positive, really positive thing. These things are kind of lining up here. I'm also getting another male. We're getting the King of Pentacles here. Very grounded, very stable person. Could be more than one person coming into your life to share some information, solid information, grounded information. Could be about your career, could be about your money situation, but it's also about love. So it may be more than one person. It may be some kind of teacher or guide that comes in to teach you about, or to show you about, how to get from point A to point B and the things that you really want to do. But I feel like there's also a romantic partner there. Could be in the same form, could be in the same person. But it also could be two totally separate people that you are drawn to as well. So just be on the lookout for that. All right, Capricorn, October 2019. Anything else? Any additional advice? Any additional advice for Capricorn? All right, so be mindful of your money. Be careful of your money and your physical objects. Health, again, could be that too. So just kind of get your mind on your money. Get your financial situation straight. That's a part of the success model that you're looking for. Okay. And then also don't be too hasty to spend. Don't be too hasty to make a move on a business deal. Don't be too hasty about making a decision about a business deal. I'm getting that very strongly. And then you will feel victorious. It looks like at the end, October is going to be really, really great for you since we got the victory card. But I'm definitely getting from these two cards is to watch who you get into business deals with. Watch, like you can be focused on your success and something can seem like a way for you to get to what you want as far as your career is concerned, your career goals or your financial goals or what have you. But to just be mindful of that because you don't want to move too quickly. You don't want to move too quickly. All right, Capricorn people, I hope that your October is great. I hope you have a great October. If you need to reach out for a deeper dive, don't be afraid to do that. Don't hesitate to give me a call or to reach out to Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on the Facebook and on the Facebook page, on Instagram, Patreon. I'm sure I'm missing something. Twitter. Okay. So you can keep up there as well, up to the date, up to the minute. Changes or things that are coming available or opportunities that present themselves where you can get involved. And as always, I hope you have a great October and I hope you're having a wonderful life.